Here we are, folks. Welcome back to the Poke Historian. I am your host, Matt X, and this is the show where I sometimes just get on this camera and rant and rave about whatever I feel like talking about in the Pokemon card community. And today, we're going to talk about a problem that I don't think affects a lot of you. Most of you are pretty savvy and smart, so I don't think a lot of you are experiencing this particular problem, but it's something that's kind of on my mind and I just want to chat about it. So we're going to go ahead and do that anyways. And thank you for watching, of course, as always. I appreciate it. But we're going to talk about the short-sightedness of people in the Pokemon card hobby right now. All right? So just to talk on a more general level, the way things have been set up probably the last 5 to 10 years in our society with social media, TikTok, YouTube shorts, all this stuff, it's made us all very short-term focused and short-sighted, where we're always chasing like the new shiny thing and we're just chasing that dopamine rush all the time, and we're not really being programmed to build anything long-term or structured. And it's kind of a big deal. I don't really know what the answer to it is. I'm not going to even go down that road with you, but I am going to tell you that it's definitely a problem that is bleeding over into the Pokemon card community, and you got to try and fight it, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about it with cards. With cards, I'm seeing it a lot right now with Ascended Heroes, the new big shiny toy that everyone's chasing it. And I get it. You know, you want to go ahead and get the new set. You want to try and pull one of those chase cards. It's a lot of fun. It is a good time when a set comes out. However, what I'm also seeing is that a lot of people are selling off their other sealed products, whether it be Prismatic, 151, Destined Rivals, and they're trying to scramble to get all this stuff sold off and move it all into Ascended Heroes. Y'all, this is just not the way, okay? I get it. Ascended Heroes is a popular set. It's what everybody wants right now. But just because Ascended Heroes is having its time in the sun right now does not mean that the sun won't set on that set at some point, and there's going to be a new shiny toy at that point. And what are you going to do? Are you going to sell all your Ascended Heroes and move your money into like the new set that comes after this that everyone's chasing? I mean, we got the 30th anniversary. What if that set blows Ascended Heroes out of the water? Are you going to sell off all your Ascended Heroes and go into that set? You can't do that. It's just, well, you can, but you're never going to get ahead in life if you're always just chasing the new shiny thing and selling off your old stuff. The grass is not always greener on the other side, and the short-term focus is going to wreck you long-term. If you want to get some Ascended Heroes, go ahead and get it. But just because some of your older investments are sitting on the sidelines laying stagnant, like for example Sword and Shield, doesn't mean they're cooked, okay? Like, yeah, they're not moving, and that's not exciting. But guess what? Life isn't always exciting. Sometimes life is kind of boring. And that's perfectly okay. You can't always be getting that rush, even though social media is conditioning you to think that you need to be getting it all the time. Sometimes you just got to appreciate the fact that nothing's going on, and that's perfectly okay. Like, sometimes when nothing's going on, that's a good time to reflect on things and kind of plan out the future. And the same things goes with your cards. Like, Sword Shield, stagnant right now. Doesn't mean you need to sell it all off? No. Because the giant roulette wheel in the sky keeps on turning, and you never know where it's going to land, but at some point, it's going to land on, say, Sword and Shield again. And guess what? Sword and Shield will no longer be stagnant. It'll start rocketing up again, and then you'll have your time to decide whether or not you want to sell it based on the circumstances of your own life and the price that it's at. You don't need to just keep scrambling and chasing. You don't need to chase the roulette wheel, all right? Kind of like just sit back and let the roulette wheel land on you, and it will, I promise. If you just sit back and wait and can have some peace, whatever you've invested in, whether it's singles or booster boxes or collection boxes or ETBs, it's going to land on what you have at some point. And when it does, then you can make your move. That's the only way to operate, and it'll serve you so much better long term. You'll make a lot more money, you'll have a lot more fun, and go ahead and get the new sets and have fun with it. But just don't get carried away and sell off all your things just to get the new shiny toy. It's not worth it. You always want to be able to keep some of your older stuff. And also realize that just because something is out of favor doesn't mean it doesn't have value anymore. For example, to be honest with you, I really think Ascended Heroes is maybe a B plus set. It's got a few cool cards, but some of the cards in there are really kind of to me. Something like Crown Zenith to me is an A plus plus set. And although Crown Zenith isn't exactly in favor in the moment per se, I mean, I guess some of the cards are doing okay, but it's not really like the focus of social media at the moment. Doesn't mean that Crown Zenith is a bad set. Same thing with Evolving Skies. I mean, Evolving Skies was seen as the creme de la creme for a while, and now people have kind of gotten bored and tired with it. But does that mean that Evolving Skies is a bad set? Absolutely not. It's still a phenomenal set. And I think we would all do well to remember that just because something isn't popular doesn't mean it's not good. I think that's a good statement right there. Just because something isn't popular doesn't mean it's not good. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, that's all I got for today. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comments how wrong I am. See you in the next one.